What up, traders? What up, investors? Ken here from Dyslexic Investor, and we're going to be having a great old time today. We're going to be looking at ARKW and a particular stock that our beloved Aunt Cathie, our wonderful investoring mama, Miss Cathie Wood, we're talking about it from ARK Invest, purchased a very tiny bit of this particular stock in her portfolio yesterday after hours, or not after hours, during market hours, but the email goes out around 6:20, 6:25, and you'll see the spike up right when that email went out. 5 minutes later, there was a huge pump in this particular stock. And of course, the stock we're talking about is DraftKings. Again, sports betting has been on the rise. A lot of these stocks have kind of come and gone where, again, we got the Super Bowl coming out I think it's this week, right? I don't follow sports. That being said, it's going to be a huge opportunity for these companies to really get back. And once the pandemic starts unfolding more and sports are coming back in masses, I think this would be a great opportunity for a company like this. So again, really way out of my league in the sense of actually using the product, but I've seen a lot of people discuss it, talk about it. Cathie put her position into it, not a large one for her overall fund, but you don't know if they're going to be adding to it. And as well, a lot of options buying on this one as well. I've seen a lot of very interesting activity going out months in especially in the Leaps kind of portfolio. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, before we jump into the fun entertainment thing, I got two things I want you to help me and look at two affiliate links. We have one, the Amazon Audible link. Again, love listening to audiobooks. I was literally listening to one right before I was kind of reading some stuff. I was listening to the guy from Blackstone. This is it right here, if you can see it. It's an Audible. Love it. Fantastic. It's what it takes, the lessons in the pursuit of excellence. It's basically from the CEO, chairman of Blackstone. Again, if you're not familiar with Blackstone, Blackstone's a company that basically made alternative investments, not in just an equity market. It's a invested in private equity funds and made a lot of money for a lot of people. Okay, that's the Audible link. Second is going to be the Tastyworks account. So Tastyworks account, if you open an account of $2,000 or more, you get 10 options or 100 shares. You get to decide on that. And again, that affiliate link is down below. Again, $2,000 or more, you qualify for those two things. Okay, so that being said, let's go ahead and just dive in to ARKW. Of course, you can kind of look at here on what Miss Cathie bought and her team just yesterday. Again, ARKW, that is the overall next generation internet ETF. Very popular. Again, not as popular as the ARK. But if we go in here and we hit the old F3 and then we type in DKNG, you see down here DraftKings Class A shares. I'm going to highlight it too much. Class A shares, they bought it yesterday, only 0.52% of the overall portfolio, and the total value of these shares are about nearly $38 million. So it's a lot of chunk change there, but it's not substantial like they have in other ventures that they see in this fund. Of course, Tesla, nearly 715 million from that. So with that being said, we're going to be diving into the chart, giving some analysis on some support resistance, looking at the chart directly, and then kind of playing the narrative or the potential story behind this move or the innovation in this fund. That being said here, let's go ahead and just make this a little bit smaller here. There we go. So looking at the chart here, let's go ahead and go to that 6 o'clock time frame we talked about. Again, everyone's email that if you sign up for the ARK transparency, or basically their newsletters, every evening on trading days, they'll send out a report on being completely transparent on what they bought and sold in each of their ETFs. That being said, look at this one. This one, again, that comes out around like 6:20, 6:25 normally, and look at that, exactly at 1820, which is around 6 if you don't know military time. It's 6:20. Basically, it jumped from $54 all the way up to $57 in a matter of about 5 minutes. Okay, and then throughout that, it kind of continued to climb into after hours trading, kind of moved higher here, came in today, had a nice little burst higher here, and this kind of meandered into the close. Still, from that particular announcement that we just saw here to the high of that day, we're talking about 11%. So that's pretty insane. That's a nice little return there if someone was very quick on the key there, which I am not. I have fat fingers, they're greasy, and I'm just slow and old. But that being said, let's kind of look at a longer term time frame, which I'm a little bit better at. I can take my time. I can make my Metamucil, and I'm just joking. I'm not that old. That being said, okay. I'm going to stop saying with the jokes because a lot of people on the comments are like, Ken, you're a flippin' idiot. Stop with the stupid dad jokes. With that being said here, again, DraftKings was a newer IPO that kind of came out early summer of last year. Again, that seems so far ago. Had got a lot of popularity, went all the way up to nearly $45, and then kind of made a double top and kind of reversed back down. This is one where I got burnt on. This was actually one of my largest losses of 2020 was on DraftKings. So I kind of have like a thorn in my head, a bruised eye from being punched in the face by DraftKings, and I also have like a couple teeth missing when my jaw got kicked in. This one was a big fat finger mistake here on my half, where I thought I got out of it once it broke the 34 EMA here on the very large downward move, but. I'm human. I don't know if you knew that. And I made a mistake and I didn't get out of the position. And then I didn't notice it until like 3 or 4 days later that I was down substantially more. And of course, you know anything about calls. Once those calls go against you, bye-bye money, and it goes completely against you. So I had a thorn on my side there, and I know GT within the Discord, again, that's also a fantastic link to check out down below. Completely free obligation. Always have a great time in there. We talk stocks, of course. We talk options. We talk trading. We talk investing. And we also talk about Costco stacks. We talk about yoga. And we talk about SpaceX today, actually. We talked about that really crash that was completely insane there. You should definitely check that out. That was... it was a test one, so no one got hurt, but I'm sure it cost a lot of money. But anyways, I'm going off a tangent here. I do apologize. Then you get a huge run up into the holiday season, as they say. Then we had that very strong correction. Sorry, not the holiday season. It got a boost higher here. Then we had that. This is the run up to holiday season. But then it kind of hit this top at 64, and it just like lost everything. It just did like no one really cared about it. The lockdowns, all kinds of various things. We had that pretty large sell-off as well in the overall market, and it took forever for this stock to recover. Coming into current day here, it has been slowly trending higher here. Can I click here? Slowly been trending higher here. Not a little chop here. It is kind of moving slightly higher. We do get some pretty aggressive pullbacks with a lot of red candles in it. With that being said, we've had a lot of issues trying to get above that 53 and mostly that $55 level to the upside. We're seeing it multiple times hitting that 618 line here, which is exactly at $53, and just kind of meandering around, just taking its time, just not really very decisive, just kind of waiting for reopenings, some kind of good news, some kind of catalyst. There hasn't been anything in its favor to really make it move. That being said, not until Miss Cathie came in and put in, again, not very much, $38 million, but of course that really stimulated all the other folks that had all that money from GME, and they're like, what do I need to put the money in? Oh, I need to put it in a gambling stock for sports betting. And then of course now we're finally getting into some spicy time here, which looking around the 57.92 target here, where that's the 78.8 percentile move that we're seeing here. From that previous swing high to low. So that's a pretty large move higher. We had just a move today about 8.55%. So that's a nice little move here, a little bit higher. We hit that $60 range just for a little bit here because, again, we came out super strong in the first like hour or so, but then kind of gave it right all back and kind of just, again, we talked about just kind of slowly coming into the close. It didn't come crashing down. Like, this would have been a very bad pattern if we saw it boost higher, hit 60, and then just comes crashing right through and actually breaking lower to where the overall breakout took place, because the breakout really took place in after hours trading that really stimulated this move to the upside. Looking forth again here on the daily chart, where can we see this going? Again, the path of least resistance is up here, honestly. So $64.20 is going to be trying to hit that level there. And if we do come back to the downside, we're going to be looking for that initial short-term support around $57.92, and then even back down to around that $55 range, which we've seen multiple resistance on the way up. Now that resistance on the way up comes support on the way down. So be very mindful of that. Again, we had a lot of volume coming in today, so a lot of new bulls coming into the market here for the old DraftKings. Maybe scared the bears away here a little bit. Be mindful. We do have earnings coming out on the 26th, towards the tail end of February. So we could maybe get potentially an earnings run into it again. That usually doesn't happen until 2.5 weeks prior to that. But with longer term goals, if we do get a great earnings, again, the earnings is on the 26th. We can look at the options market for that week. It's going to be looking for around a $10 move where we currently sit. That can easily put us back above nearly that $72 range. So if we do get a nice move higher within DraftKings and they report a fantastic earnings, that they say, hey, we made so much money with the Super Bowl, like everyone can get a Lambo in the company. Like they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna say that, but that'd be pretty awesome though. But if this trend wants to continue higher and the momentum behind it, that the first targets will be looking for some profits initially to try to break above 64, but with some longer dated targets, potentially 72, and then the from that swing high to swing low, we're going to be potentially looking for $82 for the old DraftKings. So that being said, hopefully this was educational. You learned something. Please hit the like if you did learn something. If you didn't, hit the dislike and get the F out. That being said, guys, thank you so very much for stopping by. Again, it's Ken from the Dyslexic Investor, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.